Okay guys, what's up? I basically wanted to make a video today just introducing myself properly to the very small amount of people who actually out there who see me, and also just to set it on record so then I can talk about my goals in the future, and if I ever reach them, God willing, I can look back and go, ha, I called it, or I was delusional. Basically, I just want to start with completely introducing myself from scratch, telling everybody who I am as a person. I'm not trying to be this mysterious artist. I'm not trying to be this mysterious creator. I hate the culture of rappers, artists, creators, whatever, who set this ridiculously unrealistic view of what their life is like, their lifestyle is like. It's so stupid. And honestly, it's like really dumb because you get into it and you go, oh, like the fun is in making something that everybody can enjoy. It's not about me. So one thing I'm just kind of enjoying right now is just being myself and just creating whatever, doing whatever, and relating to other people. It's a lot of fun for me. It's not about me. But before I get too deep into this, I want to start from the very beginning of my life and kind of just give a synopsis of it and some highlights and set some goals in the future. Very simple and straightforward. First off, I was a middle child. I was born in 2006, and I think I was born during a very, very good time. I think that I was born at the right time, and I appreciate God putting me in this time. I think it's very interesting. I feel like I was born kind of on the last generation of kids from 2000, about 2010, kind of born not growing up with phones. Anything past that, you start getting into this area where you're growing up with a phone in your hand and you're growing up with the TikTok and all this stuff. And I'm so glad I avoided that. So as a child growing up, like most kids, I was outside playing, I was outside enjoying life, and one of my favorite things as a child was music. I remember I got this like goofy little ukulele from my parents, and I played that thing all the time. It was something I just carried around all the time, even though I didn't really know how to use it because it just made me happy. I don't really know how to describe it. And that was kind of my early beginnings. Eventually I started playing guitar, I played trumpet, I was in band all throughout middle school, high school, I was in jazz band, marching band, all sorts of things. I was a decent musician for the most part. I could have been way better if I would have actually practiced way more. But something happened freshman year of high school where I discovered music production. Discovering music production was huge. I remember watching a YouTube video of Nick Mira, and he was making like, I think like Empty or Juice WRLD beat, and he was going over how he created it. And I remember him using FL Studio, and I immediately asked for it for Christmas, and I got it for Christmas, and I got it with literally this 25 key MIDI and this like cheap like snowball microphone from Blue. And that changed my life. It's funny, I'm actually writing an English paper about this right now, but that literally started my journey, and I realized, wow, with technology, I can really put myself out there on a medium and people can see that. And that idea of music and media is incredible to me. I absolutely love the idea of being able to share. Now, with that comes a lot of negative things, as you see on the media all the time, but the concept of it can be used for good, and that's with most things. So basically the last 5 years, I've just been goofing around on my laptop, making beats, making music, collecting a ton of gear, recording with different people, learning mixing, mastering, engineers, songwriting, structuring, continuing to play instruments sometimes, continuing to record and make music that I like, and it's been a challenge. My biggest issue is I like to turn things into a job very quickly. I like to go all out immediately, and sometimes that's good, but sometimes when it comes to creative things, it's very bad because it ruins your whole mood. You get stuck in your head. Instead of just making what comes naturally, you start trying to pull things from other people and information, and it just gets confusing. But basically over the last few years, I've gotten a lot better at it. And then recently I decided to expand my wings a little bit. I decided to get out of my comfort zone and just start doing things and just start living to the max. I feel like after I graduated high school, that last screw just came loose, and now I'm kind of free a little bit. I'm not really worried about judgment or anything. I'm just trying to find myself through creating. It's my favorite thing to do. Now I go from thing to thing to thing. One week I'm making music, the next week I'm making goofy videos on TikTok, the next week right now I'm making YouTube videos, and I probably will start a podcast at some point. That is a goal I have I really want to do because I love to talk. At the end of the day, I'm all over the place. I generally know what I like to do. I like to create things, but I'm not putting myself in a niche. I'm not in one genre of music. I love all music. I love every part of every music that's good. I love making videos. I love having conversations. I love being serious. I love being goofy. I'm a human being. I'm a human person who enjoys living and covering that life. So although I don't stay in one lane the whole time, I think that's the fun part about being a human, is you're not in one lane the whole time. You're learning, you're growing. And through that, I just make whatever comes to mind. It is very frustrating because I want to be like, I want to see my systematic growth. I want to see me in this genre doing this thing. But obviously, I can't focus on one thing for that long. So yeah, right now that's where I'm at. I'm in a content kind of mood, and I'm just going through and making videos after making music for 5 years straight. And so this is a whole new avenue for me creatively, and it's a lot of fun. But the big thing is, what are my goals? All right now I'm a freshman in college. I'm going to community college for free. I don't pay a whole lot, but I have a ton of tools and access there to studios, musicians, mixing engineers, a ton of really smart teachers and people. I also have access to a lot of equipment, cameras, and things like that. And so basically, it's been great. And with my friend, Wes Scott, we've set our goals and our visions to the absolute max. Like, I want to move to LA and give it a shot and go crazy and see what happens. But here's the thing. Whatever happens, good or bad, whether I become a successful musician or not, it doesn't matter, because I just want to live right now. I just want to go and live and figure it out. The worst case scenario, everything goes haywire. You move to LA, it doesn't work out. You realize it's not what you wanted. That's a good thing. That's an experience. Like, I went there and I learned and I do this thing. That's what I'm trying to get at. I've been focusing a lot on making music that I really enjoy making and really can have an impact, not just releasing things for clout or not just releasing things for whatever. Because I'm very, very far away from being my full potential and very, very far away from making music that's really, really good, that I'm really happy with. I've been making decent songs for a while, but there's a level I want to attain that I feel like I'm capable of. So yeah, this is a very, very long introduction video to who I am, but I think I owe myself the explanation and the goal setting, and to put it out on something physical, and I can put it out into the world and set this as a goal. So to me, this video is an introduction, and it's also just my goal. So on my Instagram, I go post a bunch of random goofy videos, sometimes some serious stuff, sometimes some music-related stuff, but kind of just whatever I feel in the moment. And on YouTube, I have an artist channel and kind of a goofy channel, so I have both of those there. Anyway, guys, that's all for me, and I'll see you around.